Hello everyone, myself Dr. GVL Prasad, Assistant Professor, Automobile Engineering Department, VNR VJEC. Today I will explain projections of points and how to draw projections of points through AutoCAD. Okay, right. So to draw any orthographic projections, so with respect to reference planes we will do it. Okay, so this is how you can understand the reference planes: horizontal plane, vertical plane. Okay, so this horizontal plane you can imagine like a floor, and this will be extended to other side also. Actually floor we see, we can feel up to the wall only, but it is extended to the other side of the wall also. So that is how you can extended thing you can see. Vertical plane, you can imagine vertical plane is like a wall. Okay, so this wall is extended to beyond the floor also. Okay, right. So this is the vertical plane. So look at this, this vertical plane extended beyond floor also. So this is how you can see. Okay, so then if you extended the floor and wall like this, then in the space it will form as a 4 quadrant. Okay, so see, first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant and fourth quadrant. So whenever we are drawing on a paper, so we are separating the horizontal plane and vertical plane with the horizontal plane and vertical plane. Okay, horizontal line and a vertical line. So wherever this horizontal plane and vertical plane are meeting, so that is called as a reference line. So we will call this reference line as a XY line. So this is how you can understand the horizontal plane and vertical plane and first quadrant, second quadrant and third quadrant. Okay, I'll go to the next slide. So here you can see the points in a different quadrants. Okay, for a better understanding, so I got something to show you. So this I made with the cardboard papers. Okay, record sheets. So this is how you can understand. This is the horizontal plane. Okay, so this is vertical plane. Okay, this is vertical plane. So this is extended to beyond horizontal plane. So you got a vertical plane here also, and behind here also you got the horizontal plane. Okay, so now this is the first quadrant, second quadrant, below third quadrant and fourth quadrant. You can understand like this. Suppose if you want to keep a point, let us take a small ball. Okay, so let us see. So this is, if I keep a point here, this is the first quadrant, the point is in a first quadrant. If I keep here, the point is in a second quadrant. Okay, so like if I keep here, the point is in third quadrant, point is in fourth quadrant. So now how do you define a point? Okay, so let us say if a point is here, okay, the point is above horizontal plane, above HP and in front of the VP. So the point is in front of the VP. So this is how in front. Okay, this is how you can define a point is in a first quadrant. Like, so when a point is in second quadrant, how do you define a point is second quadrant? Above HP, above horizontal plane, and now it is behind. So when it comes to the second quadrant, the point is behind VP. You can say in second quadrant above and behind, above HP and behind VP. Okay, when it is come to third quadrant, see how it is with respect to horizontal plane, how it is below horizontal plane, and still it is behind vertical plane. So behind vertical plane. Okay, so why you are calling behind means the observer here. So always the observer is here in the first quadrant, so the observer position will not change. Okay, these are transparent planes. So that's why when observer is here, so whenever the point is in the first quadrant here, so it is in front of the VP. So in front of the VP. So same observer is here only. If I keep a point here, so then with respect to vertical plane it is behind. Okay, to the observer this point is behind VP. So that is how we can. So coming to the fourth quadrant now, so observer is here only. So the point is below horizontal plane and in front of the VP. Okay, right, that is how we can define. So always the point with respect to HP above or below, we can say, with respect to HP. Whenever if you want to define, so above HP or below HP. So whenever with respect to VP, in front and behind. So these are the terms. Whenever you want to use with HP, either above or below, based on the quadrant which it is belongs to. Okay, so whenever it comes to the VP, so either should be in front and behind. You have to define like this. You cannot say that in front of the HP. That is a wrong version. Okay, okay, above HP and below HP, in front of the VP and behind the VP. That is how we can. Okay, right. Suppose if a point is in first quadrant, so how you will project? The front view of the point will be on vertical plane and the top view of the point will be on horizontal plane. Okay, look here, front view and top view, same. If it is a point is in second quadrant, the front view is on vertical plane and top view is on horizontal plane. Here also, okay, top view, front view, like this. Okay, so then I will go to the PPT mode again. I'll keep this aside. Look here. The first quadrant, the point A is in a first quadrant. Look at this front view, A dash is on vertical plane and A top view is on horizontal plane. So but whenever you are drawing on a screen or paper, this horizontal plane is rotated clockwise 90 degrees. So that's why this top view of the point will come down actually. So in screen we don't have a many planes. We have only one plane. So that one plane you have to divide with respect to using the XY line. You have to divide horizontal plane and vertical plane. So now look at this. The top view is below the XY line and front view is above the XY line. If the point is in first quadrant. Okay. So coming to the second quadrant, if a point A is in a second quadrant, look at this. This front view is on VP A dash. The top view is on HP, but whenever you are drawing on a paper, you have to rotate this horizontal plane clockwise 90 degrees. So that's why, so this top view is also on VP. Okay, right? So if you rotate. So now, when the point is on second quadrant, both front view and top view will be above XY line. Okay, right? So that you can. So when the point is in third quadrant, same. The front view is on vertical plane, the top view is on horizontal plane. If you rotate the horizontal plane clockwise 90 degrees, the top view will go up and front view will come down. Okay, right. So that means the front view will be below XY line and the top view will be above XY line. So when a point A is in fourth quadrant, look at this. Front view is on vertical plane, the top view is on horizontal plane. As usual, you will rotate the horizontal plane clockwise 90 degrees so that both front view and top view come below XY line. Okay, right. So for example, so how we are drawing on a paper. Look at this point A above HP and in front of the VP. Okay, point A can be defined above HP in front of the VP. So look at this with respect to XY. So A dash above XY line, A below XY line. So you can also define a point in the first quadrant, point A above HP and on the VP. So it may be on the VP also. Okay, right. On the VP and above HP also comes in a first quadrant. So look at this front view on VP and top view exactly on XY. So if a point is on HP, this will be like this. Okay, right. Come here again. So point A on HP, in HP or on HP and in front of the VP. This is also in first quadrant. So this is the another way of defining a point in a first quadrant. Point A in HP and in front of the VP. So in this case, the front view will be on XY line and the top view will be below the XY. Okay, this is how we can. So now location of the point. So how many ways the point can be defined with respect to HP and VP? So that first one, above HP and in front of the VP. Again, this is the first quadrant. Above HP and behind the VP. Second quadrant, below HP and behind VP. Third quadrant, below HP and in front of the VP, fourth quadrant, and on HP and in front of the VP, first quadrant, above HP and on the VP. Again, this is the first quadrant, on HP and behind the VP, on HP and behind VP. Second quadrant, below HP and on VP, below HP and on VP. This is the fourth quadrant, on both HP and VP. This is also first quadrant, but on both HP and VP. These many ways you can define a point with respect to HP and VP. Now we'll go to the problems. So first problem, point A, 20 mm above HP and 30 mm in front of the VP. Second problem. Okay, so these are all different problems. So you have to draw projections keeping the distance between the projectors, let's say 20 or 25 mm. Okay, 20 mm, let's say. Okay, so now I will go to the AutoCAD window. So this is AutoCAD window. First of all, I'll draw a line, one big line, some 250 mm. Let's say 300. Okay, 300 mm. I'll draw 300 mm line. Okay. So now this 300 mm line, I'll divide it into 15 parts so that 20, 20, 20 will come. So divide 15 mm. Divide 15 parts so that each. So now I will see DDP type. Select this point. Okay, then say okay. So now set session divide DI, not divided, I think. Select this is the object. How many number? 15. So now it is divided. Okay. So what is the first problem? First problem is point A, 20 mm above HP and 30 mm in front of the VP. Okay, 20 mm above HP and 30 mm in front of the VP. So now whatever the distance with respect to VP, that should come with the front view, and whatever distance with respect to VP, that comes with the top view. Okay, right. So now take a line. So from here 20 mm above HP, so 20 mm, and 15 mm in front of the VP. So from here 15 mm in front of, so 30 mm in front of the VP, 30 mm. So now keep a point at the ends. This is my front view and this is the top view. Okay, so now I have to keep a notation, multi-line text, A, smaller one. You can select A dash kada, just L, not L. Apply stack. Okay, this is how you can keep A dash, or else you can simply keep the apostrophe also, not an issue, just apostrophe A dash. Okay, so front view always lowercase letter dashed, top views lowercase plain letters A dash and A. So I can copy this one. Okay, so now if you want to keep the dimensioning, change the color and keep the dimensioning. Go to dimension, linear. Now I am not able to see, then I will go to dimension style, modify, arrows and symbols. I'll keep 5, text 5, primary units. Right, so 20 mm. So again top view, place exactly below. So this is how you can keep the dimensioning. So next go to the other problem. Second problem is point B, 25 mm above HP and above HP and 20 mm above HP and 30 mm in front of the VP. Point B, 25 mm above HP and 15 mm in front of the VP. Looks same actually. So behind. So I'll change it to behind actually. So problem is little wrong. So behind VP. 15 mm behind VP. So then it comes to second quadrant. So in the second quadrant, what happens? Both front view and top view above XY line only. Okay. First of all, I'll keep the front view. So take a line command. Before that, you change the color. 25 mm above HP means 25. Okay. So 15 mm in front of the VP means this also comes from here 15 mm. Okay. So now keep the points PO 50 at 15 mm. I have to pick the end point. This is 15 mm. Okay. Okay. So now I have to keep the text, copy this text and I will edit. So front view, this is B dash and this is B top view. Okay, right. So now you can keep the dimensioning. So you change the color, linear. Okay. So this is how, if you want to dimension size, if you feel that it is little big, you can change the text height, go to text and then reduce the text height to 3 so that it will come smaller. Okay. So this is how we can do a second problem. So let's go to the third problem. What is the third problem? Point C, 15 mm below HP and 25 mm behind VP. So what is the third quadrant? So top will be above XY line and front will be below XY line. It will be interchange, crisscross with the first quadrant case. First of all, I will do front view, points 15 mm below HP. So front view 15 mm below, top view 25 mm above. Okay. So from C, so here I'll change the so now I'll keep a points here. I'll copy. This is C dash and this is C. Okay, so C is also over. Right. So if you want to keep a dimensioning, you can go to change the color and then dimension, linear. Right. So next another problem. Fourth problem D. A point D 30 mm below HP and 40 mm in front of the VP. So this is the fourth quadrant, 30 mm below HP and 40 mm in front of the VP, fourth quadrant. So now both front view and top view below XY line, okay, below XY. So first of all, I'll draw the front view, point D 30 mm below HP. So that means front view 40, sorry, 30 mm below. Front view is 30 and 40 mm in front of the VP. So top view is 40, 30, 40. Okay, right. So first I will draw front view. I'll change the color. Then 40 mm. Right. So this is what is problem. So in this case, where it is end point, 30 mm. This is 30 mm. This is 40 mm. So now I'll copy this is the front view D dash and top view D dash. D, right. If you want keep dimensioning, you can keep the dimensioning. Go to properties, change the color, dimension, linear. So right, this is how we can place the. So next another problem. I'll show you point E on HP and 25 mm in front of the VP. On HP means the front view is on XY line and 25 mm in front of the VP means top view is 25 mm. Okay, so anyway, this is here, right? I'll take here. So this is top view and 25 mm in front of the VP. 25 mm in front of the VP. This is front view already. So E dash. Let us say this is E dash. And 25 mm in front of the VP, top view 25 mm in front of the VP. You can change the color. Okay, now we can keep a point over here. So this is E dash and this is E. This is how you can do a points. Okay, you can keep the dimensioning. Only one dimension because the point on HP the front view will be on XY, there is no. So similarly you can do for other problems also. This is not a big thing. First of all, here I concentrated morely on how the points will be projections of points will be drawn using the AutoCAD. Okay, so you should have a theory knowledge. Anyway, I also explained little bit, but I much concentrated on drawing the points using the AutoCAD. So little bit for concepts and all you learn from the textbook, or if you are thorough with the concepts, then you can do easily by using the AutoCAD. My target is here to show you projection of the points on AutoCAD. Okay, so remaining also you complete. Next video I will show you how to draw projections of the lines using the AutoCAD. That is my next video. Okay, thank you.
Like, share, comment, and subscribe VNR Digital Learning Resource YouTube channel.